Hey guys, Bird Yu-Gi-Oh here. So I normally don't do meta decks. I have in the past on like Salamangreat when that was meta, but that was a very budget deck. And this is going to be Rocket Dragon Link, which currently now, especially with reprints coming out or currently out, this is now a budget meta deck, and it's probably the best deck of the format. Regardless of budget or anything, this is going to be the best deck. This current format, it's the most consistent, it's the most resilient. It can play through many hand traps or just many interruptions and still do extremely well and build some really nice boards. So in this deck profile today, I wanted to showcase the deck, extra deck like usual, and then I also want to showcase a really good side deck that you can play with this as well. That's very budget as well. So let's get into this, and starting off, of course, with the best card that you want to see all the time is Rocket Tracer. Now this is one that it might be the next hit on the next ban list. I don't know what else they're gonna hit, to be honest. It's either like Striker to 0 or Limit Tracer or Ban Tracer. I don't know much else that they could do with this deck, to be honest, because they have hit it a lot, and it's still just as good as it's ever been. So yeah, 3 Rocket Tracer. This one's really good because you just target a face-up card you control, which is usually like a field spell or just a dead card that you've already used. Destroy it, and then you can special summon any rocket from your deck. So that means you have a Tracer and another rocket to make a Hieratic Seal or go into like a Borreload Savage. You have a lot of options with this deck. And then for the other rockets, we just play a Silver Rocket, Rocket Recharger, Magna Rocket, and Rocket Synchron. I wanted more level 4s. At one time I was just playing like these cards, but I added in another one because I felt like I really wanted to maximize on the effectiveness of Rocket Tracer. So you really want just another level 4, and you can't special summon another Rocket Tracer. So that was the big thing. And you're fine seeing these in hand because you're always, because of Striker Dragon, you're always getting to your field spell, which can special summon up to 2 Boot Sector Launch. So you're fine seeing multiples of these in your hand because you're just going to be able to special summon them from your hand anyway. And Rocket Synchron is absolutely amazing. I've seen a lot of builds play 2 of it. I've never felt the need to play 2, just because you're only going to be, normal summoning it one time to then special summon back one of your level 8 Synchros to then go into a Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss, which is amazing. So yeah, that's definitely one to play. And then kind of along with the rockets, we play Absa because if you just control a rocket, you can special summon this from your hand. So yet again, it's just another Dark Dragon extender, basically. And then also, when it's sent to the graveyard, you can add a rocket monster from your deck to your hand. So it again will allow easy access to Rocket Tracer. And then probably your best starting card is Starliege Seifert. Basically, all you have to open. You can open anything in your hand as long as you have a Seifert and just one of these rockets for just a super simple way of getting to Hieratic Seal and IP Masquerena and your board on that. Again, after having maybe a hand of hand traps or other powerful cards, that's all you need to go into a pretty simple combo. So yeah, Starliege Seifert is amazing. And then another really good extender is Noctivision Dragon. All you have to do is special summon a Dark Dragon monster, and you can special summon this from your hand. And if this is sent to the graveyard as link material, you can draw a card. So that is absolutely insane. Definitely worth playing at 3, in my opinion. And then for the Chaos monsters that we're playing, White Dragon, Black Dragon, of course, and then the Levianeer, Chaos Dragon. Those are all a must, in my opinion. They fit perfectly with the deck. And then let me move these up just a little. and show you guys the hand traps that we're playing, because since you can just open this and, you know, rokket and combo off, or this and any other extender, you'll be making a pretty good board. You can play some powerful hand traps. So I play 3 gamma, 1 driver, 3 ash blossom, and 2 effect failure. I think that's a really good lineup for right now. You can, of course, you know, up this and play 2 ash or whatever you want. You don't even have to play gamma. You can play any other hand trap and actually play some more in the side deck, so you can always swap those out. But that's it for the monsters that we're playing. Pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it at the moment. And then for the spells, Chaos Space is absolutely insane. You're basically going to be able to get to your white dragon or black dragon fairly easily, which then you know, just opens up tons of possibilities for you. So yeah, Chaos Space is definitely a must at 3. 3 quick launch, again, it's a must at 3. It's not even a once per turn, so you can special summon as many rockets as you have for as many of these as you open up. Really good card. And then I chose to run 3 Dark Ruler No More. I just found with a lot of the decks I'm playing against, if I happen to go second, I need something, and so just opening up a Dark Ruler No More when you're going second is pretty crazy. It can help you out a lot. Of course, we play the Boot Sector launch and the Dragon Ravine. These I feel are very important to get those dragon monsters to the grave. And then play Called by the Grave, and the final card is the Upstart Goblin. That is it for the main deck. For the extra, we of course play the 1 Striker, 1 Guard Dragon Pisty. This is going to be able to special summon a banished dragon or one that's in your graveyard. Really good. 2 Hieratic Seal, potentially even 3. It's completely up to you. It's a pretty cheap card for what you get out of it. Same thing with the Quad Boral Dragon. This card is really, really good. Romulus, that's going to help you get to your Dragon Ravine. It's part of the combo. You usually, starting off with your first major link, obviously you go to Striker Dragon first, but then after that, you have to decide whether you want to go for Hieratic Seal or Romulus. Usually, I want to go Romulus first, but you know, there's circumstances where you do want to go your Hieratic Seal first. So you got to kind of think about that. Triple Burst Dragon is just a really nice one. Nice arrows and stuff. IP Masquerena. Again, you want to end your board with Hieratic Seal, IP Masquerena as often as you can because it's just very good. And then Unicorn to usually special summon off the IP Masquerena, or you can even go into an Appaloosa. And our other link 4 is going to be a Boral Sword, and then the last one is Unchained Abomination. This card is, again, really, really good. It's underutilized, and it destroys cards. That's basically what the card is. And then for our synchros, Borlode Savage. That should seem pretty obvious. Chaos Ruler. That's one that got a reprint just recently, so you should be able to pick this up for very cheap. I think like $5-6. I might be wrong, but I believe it's under 10. But yeah, very important card for the deck. And then we of course have the Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss, which again got a reprint, quite a while ago. So this card is dirt cheap. But they just give you these are free negates, and this just is basically a search card. Special summons itself back from the grave, so you can link away with it. Special summon it back by its own effect. So very, very good there. That is the extra deck. And now for the side deck, probably the best hand trap you can play against most meta decks, Artifact Lancia. Neither player can banish cards for the rest of the turn. Drone Lockbird, it is really good against a lot of combo decks, especially if you're playing the mirror match. Definitely side these in. It's always really good. Skullmeister, again, good against a lot of decks that like to activate graveyard effects, and DD Crow. You know, when your opponent targets a card in their graveyard to special summon or whatever, you can just banish it with DD Crow. Really nice. And then you definitely need back row removal. There's a lot of trap heavy decks. So 3 Twin Twister and 2 Cosmic Cyclone. I find that I usually like to shotgun this if I can. And then if they're chaining a bunch of stuff, you know, then hit them with a Twin Twister, you know, if you open up both of those. So I definitely don't mind seeing multiples of these in my hand, because just those back row decks can be crazy. But yeah, that's the deck, guys. Again, it's a fairly cheap deck right now. There's not much cost in it. You know, obviously, I guess Ash Blossom, but the main engine cards are probably cards you already have. A lot of them have been reprinted. So yeah, it's a fairly cheap deck. It's a really, really good deck. Again, it's probably the best deck of the format. So yeah, check it out if you have not already. It has been meta for about 2 years now. So hope you guys like this, and we'll catch you on the next one.